imaging just doesn't really tell us the whole story. I think that, when you have someone that has trauma, you have signs and symptoms that match the MRI. So like if I've got someone that has drop foot and, they can't walk, because their foot's slapping the ground and they got numbness and tingling and weakness given out. And that's a relatively new phenomenon that occurred right after they bent down to pick up their kids off the floor, and they have some hot disc type symptoms. Okay, I could get on board with maybe that disc is symptomatic for sure, and that probably needs imaging sooner rather than later for sure. A young athlete, I've got tons of younger athletes that are middle school, high school age with really bad extension based back pain. They play extension based sports where they're constantly getting beat up. They're a football quarterback, they're a baseball pitcher, they're a lineman, a gymnast, whatever, and so then they constantly are getting hurt more and more in that extension lesion. I want that x-ray a little bit sooner for those folks, right? I need to make sure there's not a fracture, not a spondy. So those type of things matter. Younger folks are more apt to get the imaging early and listen to what the imaging says, right? Because if the imaging in a 16-year-old says they got a bulging disc, that actually has more weight to me, that maybe that disc is actually contributing to their problems. That's less than ideal. Now, you take that to a 45-year-old, I would say if I were to look at an MRI of a 45-year-old, I'm absolutely going to see a bulging disc. I would be surprised if I didn't see a bulging disc on there, right? And if you have no symptoms clinically that match that bulging disc, I would say that that's probably an artifact of aging.